Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back with Omar from Omar Social, here representing PCW. And I'm here right now with the person some say is Bad News Blakeson. Lately, what's been going on? I've been seeing the footage. I've been seeing the reactions, the anger, the temper. Why are you so upset? Why are you so mad?
Everybody thinks I'm upset. Everybody thinks that I'm some kind of monster. Just because I'm out here righting wrongs. I'm the Batman of PCW. I go around where there's injustice. And you know who the biggest villain is here in PCW?
Tell me.
It's Zack PrimeTime Reeb that likes to hold his power and use his puppets. You can have a title shot. You just have to be my best friend. That's bullshit. This is professional wrestling. By hook or by crowbar, I will get to the top. And you know, ever since me and my guy have teamed up, he's got me focused, he's got me ready, he's got me
This guy. Who's this guy?
You would love to know. But you know what? Because you're not one of the problems around here, I promise when it's time, you will have us.
Omar always hits the scoop. Ladies and gentlemen, Bad News Blakeson. Tonight might be some bad news.
Basic greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you're gonna. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Basic greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you're gonna. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Y'all ain't ready for none like us. PCW trouble to some of you stunting tough. When your best is not enough and everything's looking rough, you gotta push past it fast, ain't no stopping when it built like us. So catch your buzz, it goes along with those that shine bright. Through sweat and blood, I paved the road that glows in limelight. And rhyme tied and fight for whatever's necessary. Not temporary, we varied, invested very rarely. No time to be sedentary, everything else is secondary. Success and nothing less is what I expect till I'm dead and buried. Nearly clearing the ceiling, what if it's the crowd is cheering? Never weary or fearing as we chase our adversary. Facing greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you're gonna. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Facing greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you're gonna. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight.
What's up, Warville? Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Did you guys come here for some PCW? I said, did you guys come here for some pro championship wrestling? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 24th annual Last Man Standing. Please welcome at this time the PCW Tag Team Champions, the Adult Dudes!
Folks, Dr. Heywood here with Buck James, and we've got the Adult Dudes coming out. Your favorite team.
Oh yeah, my totally favorite. I'm so excited to see him, Doc.
An apt entrance song. The Dudes have cut strings from the plebs and have gone out on their own. And here they are, the PCW Tag Team Champion.
We got Big Don Stockton, King Cash, and Arsonist looking as cocky as ever. And I had the unfortunate business, I guess, luck, whatever, interviewing me backstage. So let's jump back there real fast and see what they had to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, Buck James here. Here I am doing my job. I'm with the Adult Dudes right now. And
Hold up. You better address us right, bro. That's PCW Tag Team Champions.
That's right. Yeah, put some respect on that name, Buck.
my bad. PCW Tag Team Champions. You guys are in action tonight, but your opponents haven't been named. You guys want to shed any light?
Look, Buck, we've already proven we've got what it takes to stand with anybody in this company in that ring.
Anybody.
We've also proven that we deserve to win these titles.
So what we're gonna do, Buck, is tonight, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna handle business.
Right.
Handle business, you guys will. But you guys are also in the Last Man Standing Rumble. So say it comes down to you three at the end. What's gonna happen?
Bucky, what are you trying to pull here, bro? Come on. You know no matter what, the dudes are gonna do what the dudes do.
All right, baby. Regardless of what happens tonight, there will be a dude last man standing.
That's right. Let's go.
Heard it from them. Apparently, dude's last man standing. Back to you guys.
And they're so just charming. I just can't get enough of them. I was so glad that I got that assignment, Doc.
Listen, you should be very thankful. I mean, you're lucky to be here next to me. You're lucky to be working with amazing talents like the adult dudes. These guys are successful, talented hip-hop artists. They're the tag team champions. I mean, they have a lot to be cocky about, and you back it up. Is it cocky?
Well, so far they have a hard time backing it up, at least, my opinion. But I will agree, they are the tag team champions, and hopefully I'm not agreeing with you on a lot of stuff tonight.
They won in spectacular fashion.
Spectacular, yes, there we go.
You guys had PCW Kickstart last month.
Oh, let's see what they have to say.
Oregon, California, how's everybody doing tonight? We don't care how you're doing tonight. We're here to see the tag team champions, and that's all that matters. You guys are staring at PCW royalty. Royalty? Ain't nobody do what we do here at PCW. Not at all. Nobody entertains the way that we do here at PCW.
That's a stretch.
Oh, come
Best
on.
entertainers in PCW.
Can you rap? No.
So,
Fine with that.
with that being said, we feeling a little bit untouchable in here.
I got
The way I see it, there ain't no team or nobody in that locker room that can touch the dudes. Not one. So what we gonna do here is we gonna issue an open challenge for the PCW Tag Team Championship. If there's anybody in that locker room that think they can take the dudes, just handle that.
That's why they didn't want to talk about it earlier. Hey, Doc, look at this! The former PCW Tag Team Champions, PrimeTime personified.
Anthony Marcus, the teacher of both Rick Larger and PrimeTime Reeb, but Zack Reeb is, well, I had the opportunity to interview him backstage, but let's go look at that right now.
Let's look at it.
Kids, drink your milk and Google Super Dave Osborne because PCW has its very own here in 42-year-old Zack PrimeTime Reeb, cracked tailbone, broken ribs, internal bleeding, more injuries than I can...
Listen, man. Listen, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Breaking a few eggs.
And if you want to be at the top, you might have a couple of cracked bones. It is what it is. 42 years, he's ageless, man. This is the standard bearer of the company. Tell him what we've been talking about.
Broken eggs, he's Humpty Dumpty.
42 years of age, you keep telling everybody that, Doc.
Yeah.
April 18th, 1999. You know what that means? That's the start of Pro Championship Wrestling. And we're getting ready for April 5th, 2024. 25 years of Pro Championship Wrestling. You know how you get there? Tonight, 30 competitors will step out into that ring for the Last Man Standing Rumble, where the winner goes on to get a shot at the PCW Championship at the biggest event in PCW history. Broken ribs, cracked tailbone, blood coming out my mouth. I'm in this thing for one reason.
30 men, one reason.
One reason only. He's 6'10". He's 500 pounds, and he goes by the name of Bad News Blakesley. Bad news tonight, I'm gonna make sure, one thing, I'm gonna make sure that you are not the 2024 Last Man Standing Rumble winner, and I'm gonna make sure that you, Bad News Blakesley, don't go on to the 25th anniversary of Extreme Measures. And you know why, Doc?
Because it's time.
You know what? You have been paying attention for the last 25 years.
Folks, 25 years, Zack Reeb's dream, Extreme Measures. But will he make it to it? Folks, you're going to want to stay tuned to find out.
Well, there you go, Zack Reeb. Google it, kids. He's like Super Dave Osborne. He's got a bunch of broken ribs. He's cracked up. He thinks he's going to be in the Rumble. Now he's coming out with Rick Luxury to wrestle the Tag Team Champions.
He's not 100%, Doc, but I mean, the heart in this man, the creator of PCW, he will not and cannot lay down and say, apparently he just can't die.
No, listen, think about the investment that I have put in this company. He is the head of this company, and he's pulling shenanigans like this. My investment is at stake. He ought to step down as owner of the company, put me in charge, let me run the show if he wants to play stupid games like this.
Look at that, Rick Luxury just physically taking the title just as the adult dudes did to the new buds.
Well, I'm always in an awkward position when Rick Luxury wants to pal around with his frenemy, Zack Reeb. When I first encountered Rick, he and Zack Reeb were the bitterest of enemies. Now they're the best friends, and I'm a Rick Luxury guy. He's the dirtiest player in the wrestling game. I like the way he plays, but I don't like his choice of friends.
Dudes just jaw-jacking with the crowd on the outside and even yelling at kids.
Listen,
taking the mic from my boy Zack Bay, or maybe he didn't. I can't see apparently.
I mean,
maybe I need your glasses so I can see.
Maybe you do.
And look at that, all three dudes are in the ring and they're gonna attack PrimeTime personified right. Blindside him.
Amazing that with almost 50 years of combined experience between them, that PrimeTime personified would allow the dudes to get the better of them at the beginning of the match.
Referee Karina Kyle trying to get a hold of this situation. King Cash bailing out of the ring fairly quickly. You have to wonder if he's doing okay or if that's just he's the brains. And a clothesline from PrimeTime personified brings down the adult dudes. And that experience is going to help him out in this match.
Yeah, the dudes are definitely going to have to watch out for the experience in PrimeTime and Luxury. And while Zack likes to pretend he's squeaky like Mr. Clean and bald-headed namesake, Rick Luxury is dirty as they come, and Anthony Marcus out there threatening arsonist, he gets pretty down and dirty too.
The bell finally sounds and it's going to be Biggs, Don Stockton, and Zack Reeb starting off this match. And it's going to be a 10-punch count right at the corner, but Arsonist stops it.
Well, Zack Reeb, again, rookie mistake going after Don in his own corner, giving Arsonist the opportunity to help out his partner. I'm still amazed. Right in those ribs, Zack had him cracked recently. He's been in Bad News Blakesley's
on that forearm shot to Zack Reeb's back, brings him down immediately. I understand those forearms hurt, but that brought him down fairly quickly. Mr. PrimeTime trying to whip him off the ropes, but Don reverses it into a shoulder block and brings down Mr. PrimeTime. You can see the pain in his eyes as he tries to reach for wrestling personified Rick Luxury.
Well, I mean, like I said, in the last 6 months, cracked tailbone, cracked ribs, internal bleeding, 2-3 trips to the hospital, and he thinks he's going to go into Extreme Measures.
You're going to have
5 to wrestle Manny Rowe after a win at the Rumble after going with the dudes for the Tag Team Championships?
As much as he's been beat up these past few months, you're going to have to literally kill Zack Reeb to get him to not show up to an event. And Don Stockton with those gigantic shoulders to the ribs. Once again, he knows exactly where Mr. Primetime's weak spots are, and he's not going to let anything slide by him. Look at the adult dudes.
The dudes are going to take advantage.
Taking complete advantage of a prone, my apologies, Zack Reeb.
Well, listen, you watch some Rick Luxury tapes, you're going to pick up moves like that. The dudes have done their homework. They know what kind of guy Rick is. They picked up the best from him.
Oh, and that Ric Flair-like knife edge chop. I felt that in my chest. And Don whipping Zack Reeb back into the corner, and he brings him down. It almost looks like his head bounced off the top turnbuckle, but he's trying to curl and tag in his partner, Rick Luxury. Don better be careful. He's got to keep his eye on the 20-plus year veteran.
Zack Reeb's going to have to make it to that corner and make a tap. He is getting dissected.
And he's fighting back against Big Don Stockton. Off the ropes. Don goes for a clothesline. Ducks again. Off the ropes. And he finally catches him with the clothesline. Third time's a charm. Brings down Mr. Primetime, Zack Reeb. And he goes for the cover. One. And kicks out at one, amazingly enough.
Zack Reeb's ego is writing checks his butt cannot cash. He should not even be in this match.
That kidney punch has got to hurt extra bad. Brings in Arsonist with a finally illegal tag. And they're going for a double suplex, trying to set him up and talking smack to Rick Luxury at the same time. Has Mr. Primetime up. He's trying to kick out of it. And down Zack Reeb goes.
Like I said just a few months ago, cracked tailbone over the summertime.
2, and he kicks out at 2.5. Rick Luxury looking like a wild man on the outside. He definitely wants to get in here. Zack Reeb fighting back against Arsonist. But that strength of Arsonist, he's going to go toe-to-toe, but Zack Reeb is firing back. Chop brings down Arsonist. And off the ropes.
Arsonist so agile for a big man. That spinning shoulder tackle knocked Zack Reeb right on his ass. Rick's got to get these fans into the match. He's trying to get them to will Zack to have some energy, but the spirit is willing. Zack Reeb's 42-year-old flesh is weak.
His spirit is strong as any young buck out there, but his body is physically not keeping him on his feet, and he's just having a hard time so early on in the match, and while Arsonist has him in a headlock.
Well, let's not forget, 1 month ago, Zack Reeb got splashed by Bad Boy Boyce LeGrande, took a crowbar to the ribs, was bleeding out the mouth.
And a jawbreaker breaks the hold, and Arsonist doesn't know where he is. Zack Reeb, super kick, brings down the speedy one. And Zack Reeb, I don't know if he has enough energy to even roll over and make that tag.
If Arsonist can get Don Stockton in the ring, it's all over for Primetime.
And finally, Rick Luxury is tagged into the match. Here comes Arsonist. Clothesline brings him down. Don Stockton isn't brought down. A dropkick brings him down finally. Rick Luxury measuring up Arsonist, and the big boot brings down the bald one.
Don Stockton, though, bringing that forearm to the back of Rick Luxury. Rick, no spring chicken either. A veteran of many, many wars. A lot of them with Primetime.
And then a shoulder block brings down wrestling personified. But to add on to what you were saying, Rick Luxury, the only advantage he has right now is the fact that he hasn't been getting his ass kicked for the last 3 months by Bad News Blakesley. But a super kick brings down Don Stockton. Luxury tags brings down Arsonist. Rick going for the cover. Karina Kyle. 1, 2. King Cash gets involved in the match. Stops the count. Karina, throw him out of here.
King Cash earning his money, helping his brother out. Anthony Marcus getting into it with King Cash out there.
Anthony Marcus beside himself.
There's some shoving going on. And
Irish Marcus So much going on right now, and he tags in Zack, Reeb, and oh no.
Zack Reeb going up top. Anthony Marcus got his hands on King Cash, and King Cash.
Coach, don't do that. Oh my God. Rick Luxury not taking any of this and going straight for Bad News, but he's brought down, and the match is thrown out of here by Karina Kyle.
Zack Reeb, he's going out to the ring apron. I told you, Bad News.
And he jumps, and he's got him caught. Oh no.
Zack Reeb right into the ring post.
Oh my God. The adult dudes escaping by the skin of their teeth.
The winners of this match via disqualification, Rick Luxury and Zack Reeb. That means and still the PCW Tag Team Championship.
Of course.
The adult dudes.
They'll take on to the championships, but more importantly, Zack Reeb, drunken, is in the ring with the 6'10", 500-pound monster. He's pulling the tape off of his ribs.
Once again, he's on his back, has no way of fighting back, and I don't know if his spirit is even going to be enough to bring him up. His body is so beat up currently, this could be damn near deadly.
Bad News Blakeslee, look at how he's just manipulating Zack like he's a ragdoll.
Oh, brings him down in the center of the ring. This, oh my.
Bad News wondered where the MPT champs are.
Security wants none of this, and honestly, I don't blame him. I wouldn't be getting in there either. And Bad News off the ropes, gets tsunami splash right on the ribs of Zack Reeb. Oh my God.
I told him this was going to happen. Put another dollar in the Dr. Heywood was right jar. Zack Reeb should have sacked this one out, should have healed up, and now he is more broken than ever before. There is no chance that man is walking in to extreme measures. His 25-year dream.
Honestly, I don't even think he's going to be walking out of this building tonight. If anything, he's earned himself another trip to the hospital.
And we've not heard the last of Bad News Blakeslee. He is in the Rumble tonight.
And that's going to be a scary thought, no matter if he comes in at number 1 or number 30. At the second he gets into the Rumble, it's going to be bad news.
Anthony Marcus in the ring with his baby boy. He was so sure that Zack PrimeTime Reeb, and now he's begging off Bad News Blakeslee.
He's almost covering his former statement.
Oh!
Bad News brings down Anthony Marcus with a solid punch, and now he's stomping the life out of him. Oh my God.
That's 500 pounds.
The night has just started, and we're already seeing the absolute dismantlement of Mr. Primetime Zack Reeb. And thankfully, Bad News is leaving on his own will, and everybody rightfully getting out of his way.
Oh!
That sprays water all over the crowd.
Well, you can't get that kind of experience on YouTube,
ridiculous.
folks. Bad News walking back stage. Anthony Marcus cradling the head of his baby boy.
You know what's terrifying, Doc, is the fact that Bad News Blakeslee actually looks lighter on his feet this time around. That is terrifying.
I mean, Bad News Blakeslee looks like he's been hitting the gym.
I don't know if it's been hitting the gym or going to the meat locker and beating up all the meat there.
Maybe beating up homeless people. You never know.
Honestly, you could be right.
We got security in the ring.
Finally in the
Kyle,
ring.
Anthony Marcus.
It looks like we got Chad Coronado bringing in more security, hopefully to get Mr. Primetime out of here safely.
We got to get him out of the ring.
Yeah, we do not want Bad News getting a second win and coming back out here, or else we're going to be calling in a hearse. And the fact that Mr. Primetime Zack Reeb is even moving around is just
And you know,
I don't have the words, Doc.
I forgot all about Rick Luxury. He took a shot from Madness. We haven't seen him get up.
He stomped right towards the monster and didn't even blink an eye, but unfortunately, Wrestling Personified Rick Luxury paid the price. And oh, there he is.
You know, we'll be back after this, folks. We don't know if we'll see Zack Reeb again tonight.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
I have a dream.
By any means necessary.
I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
We are the ones we've been waiting for.
And tonight, I stand as 10,000 to the 10th power.
I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.
The world is mine.
Well, we're back, folks. Some wild stuff happened earlier.
Who's ready to get on with the show? Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
So I don't know if you want to call it a sales assignment on my part, but I was assigned to interview Boyce LeGrande, but unfortunately I just couldn't keep him standing still long enough to even get a word in.
Listen, Boyce just want to talk to you.
And honestly, that's fine, Doc.
We were supposed to have an installment at the doctor's office tonight. Boyce and I were supposed to discuss the paternity test we took, but the PCW president said we had to cut it for time. I think he just didn't want to get to the truth of whether Boyce LeGrande is Ethan Reno's father or not, but tonight, on the card, Boyce LeGrande taking on the Dark Fox Olumide. And this will be the first time the Dynamite Division champ has taken on the Dark Fox here at PCW.
You know something I haven't seen in a very long time, even going back through the PCW archives, I haven't seen Boyce LeGrande defend that title in quite some time. When and where is he going to defend it?
Well, he defends it on very, very special occasions.
Very special indeed.
Yeah, he defended it on the Shark Tank against Vinny Cesaro. He defended it against some loser named Brandon. So, you know, he's defended it. He just, the time isn't right to defend it. He hasn't found a challenger worthy of him. Clearly, the Dark Fox is not worthy of him because the Dark Fox hasn't even been able to beat JMM for the Prospects Championship.
Well, I can think of one person who's more than deserving to get a shot at that title, but we'll talk about that some other time.
And speaking of the Dark Fox,
Oh, Boyce, get off his...
Weighing in at 227 pounds, the Dark Fox.
The Dark Fox Olumide making his way out here right now, coming off of an unfortunate loss in the Orville Street fight last month at Kickstart.
Yeah, mister, I'm not going to take responsibility for my actions. Blame Dr. Heywood for everything. Let's go back to the interview I had with him backstage and see what he had to say about tonight's match.
Well, you can't blame me for this one. Illuminate, you are taking on a 25-plus year veteran tonight in Boyce LeGrande after losing in your crusade to dethrone JMM as the Prospects champion, and your bitter defeat and betrayal by your best friend JMM. Do you think you can turn your fortunes around tonight and defeat Boyce and then later go on to win the Last Man Standing Battle Royal to take on Manny Rowe at Extreme Measures?
Well, let me answer these in order, since you're asking so many at once. First of all, me and JMM, we're never friends. He can kiss my ass for all I care. As for Jason, yeah, he was a best friend once. But then he turned into a bad guy. And now, I'm up against the bad boy, Boyce LeGrande, right?
He's the baddest of the bad boys for sure.
With 25 plus years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? I got a goal too. 25 years, Extreme Measures, right? That's what's coming up, the anniversary?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna turn that into my night. I'm gonna beat Boyce tonight. And once I beat him, and I enter that Last Man Standing Rumble, guess what's gonna happen? The only thing lasting is this man. You understand me? I'm gonna go on to win, and I will be challenging for the PCW Heavyweight Championship. I don't have dead weight no more, so it's my time. See you later, Doc.
Don't touch the merchandise. Illuminate thinks it's his time. He thinks he's going to be the last one standing, and even more, he thinks he can take on Boyce LeGrande. Folks, we're going to take it back to ringside.
Well, you know, Illuminate seems to think I take some kind of glee in his misfortune, and
you do.
I take glee in rising YouTube viewership, because that means that what I am doing in PCW is working, and the Heywood era is going full swing. Illuminate has got to focus on getting a Dark Fox era with some kind of win here tonight.
And a win against the veteran Boyce LeGrande could be huge for, well, his standings in the PCW title rankings.
100% Boyce LeGrande, 25-plus year veteran of this business. He has wrestled literally everybody, a former PCW championship holder himself. He won a Last Man Standing Rumble in spectacular fashion, eliminating the Nightmare Sid himself. I mean, that's how good the master of athleticism is. And Boyce LeGrande, Illuminate seemed to take exception that I called Boyce LeGrande a master of athleticism. I mean, just because you have a chiseled body does not mean you are a master of athleticism. It means you have a good nutrition plan.
Just because you have a chiseled body, you look like $1 million. You can. His vertical leaps looks almost 10 feet in the air. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Why would he take offense to that?
Yeah.
How dare he?
Oh, look at him appealing to the EBT crowd. It's the first. They're all happy. They got their welfare checks in.
The crowd firmly behind Dark Fox Olumide. They want to see him take Boyce LeGrande down a peg or two, especially after your video last week.
Well, it was last month, but
my apologies.
And again, computer errors happen.
Illuminate right back up after being taken down by a shoulder block.
Well, I guess he feels like he had something to prove now.
Didn't seem to move Boyce LeGrande too much, but I did see a speck of surprise on his face, which, to be fair, I'd be surprised too. I am surprised.
Listen, Boyce has seen it all in his 25 plus years in this business. You cannot surprise that man.
They're calling her elbow tie up into a headlock by Illuminate. And Boyce throws Illuminate off the ropes and takes another shoulder block, or takes a shoulder block, and that master of athleticism just couldn't do that kip up.
Well, he doesn't need to show off for these plebeians. The man's a 25 plus year veteran. He's not a circus monkey.
Illuminate wants to see it. And Boyce not giving it to anybody.
Work smarter, not harder. What does he owe these fans?
And the confidence is just melting off Illuminate. All he wants to do is tie up and get this match really going. Don't want to slap to the chest.
Big hip to Illuminate, and now Illuminate gonna get shot off the ropes.
And that shoulder tackle brings Boyce LeGrande down again, and that frustration is slowly seeping out.
Well, perhaps Boyce underestimated Illuminate a little after he watched him against JMM and against Jayson Xavier.
Shoving back and forth and a kick to the gut to Illuminate. That veteran status is already coming in handy.
Well, Boyce is mainly going to play a psychological game against someone like Illuminate.
Oh my God, did you see that, dog? Big back, big drop kick brings down Boyce LeGrande.
Listen, all this showboating just shows that I got into his head. He's got an ego problem. Someone's in the ring and a better athlete than him, he gets all bent out of shape. That's why he's so upset over Jayson Xavier.
Dark Fox Olumide looking to use Boyce LeGrande as a palate cleanser to try to just get back on the win streak, and so far he's got this match firmly under control.
Listen, Boyce LeGrande is not a palate cleanser. He's not a sorbet. He's the bad boy. And it's
Bad
only
boy, the master of athleticism, correct?
Yeah, 100%. You don't get to hold a title 3,000 plus days by not being a master of athleticism. Illuminate, he hasn't held the title any days.
Illuminate shoots Boyce off the ropes, but Boyce stops it. And a big clothesline, and this could be a preview of the Last Man Standing Rumble as he clotheslines Boyce LeGrande over the top rope in convincing fashion.
Last Man Standing Rumble coming up later in a couple weeks from when you see this match. We're going to have 30 men in the ring, and the winner will get a shot at Extreme 25 for the PCW Championship. One of these two could be it, trading blows outside. Plebs getting up close and personal with these two competitors in the front row.
Hopefully the fans don't get too close to the action, because if they do, bad things can happen.
Yeah, you want to stay in your seats, but you also want to get your tickets early. PCWNorcal.com, and what a slam by the Bad Boy. There's a big leg drop.
Goes for the cover, one, kicks out at one almost immediately.
And Boyce likes to get up close and personal with those pins.
An elbow to the face of Illuminate, and another elbow, or maybe it's to the neck.
Well, it doesn't matter. The elbow is the hardest part of your opponent's anatomy, so wherever you're getting hit with it, it's gonna hurt.
And Boyce continuing to choke Illuminate on that middle rope. Referee Chico Lopez trying to break it up before the 5 count.
Well, listen, Boyce is smart. Those big muscles Illuminate have, they require a ton of oxygen. That man's metabolism has got to run at an amazing rate.
The sunset flip brings Boyce down. One, two. And Boyce manages to kick out of it. Both are back up. The clothesline brings down Illuminate, and he hits his head on the back of that canvas.
And like I was saying, you can see the effects of Boyce depriving Illuminate from that oxygen. He's a little less explosive, giving Boyce the opportunity to duck, dodge, and take Illuminate down. Only a 2 count with that pinfall.
Illuminate reverses it 1, 2. Boyce kicks out of it, and again that elbow right into his face. But Boyce LeGrande has got to be smart enough to know that a lackadaisical cover against an athlete such as Dark Fox isn't going to cut it.
Well, again, there's a rope-a-dope style to that. Every time you pin your opponent, you make him expend energy to kick out. And it really, you know, like in the video games, the human body has a stamina meter. You've only got so much before you can't give anymore. And Boyce is going to make sure he puts that meter down in the dirt as quick as he can. And big chops like that will do it.
Big chops are going to push that air right out of the lungs.
Whip into the corner.
And Boyce misses that splash. Dark Fox brings down Boyce. Boyce is back up, brings him down a second time. Will the third time be a charm? European uppercut brings down the veteran.
Illuminate getting fired up.
And he misses his own splash against the ropes. Manages to get his knees up against Dark. A big crossbody off the top. 1, 2, and he kicks out at 2.5. I thought that was going to be the end of Boyce LeGrande.
Explosive crossbody to be sure, but Boyce can dig down deep. He has got seemingly infinite reserves.
Boyce
going up for the grand finale. Didn't get it.
And Dark Fox going for the cover. 1, 2, and it kicks out another 2.5. Illuminate doesn't know what he has to do to keep the veteran down, but he's going to the top rope. High risk, high reward right here.
He going for another Fox splash. No,
Boyce is back up,
cutting him off, and
the great equalizer in a legal term.
You know,
all within the rules, unfortunately.
Illuminate might want to start wearing a cup. That's how Jayson Xavier got him in the Orville Street Fight at Kickstart.
Boyce looking like he has some evil intentions with Dark Fox. He's going all the way up to the top rope. But he's got to exert a lot of energy. It looks like he's going for a superplex.
Oh my goodness, this could be it for the Dark Fox.
Oh my God, big superplex to Dark Fox Illuminate, but both are completely down.
Looks like it took almost as much out of Boyce as it did the Dark Fox. I tell you, I am not a fan of top rope maneuvers, even when veterans like Boyce LeGrande does them. Boyce trying to get over to take advantage.
He's finally going for the cover, gets his arm over. 1, 2, and a 2.75. Almost a 3 count right there. Referee Chico Lopez just barely stopping the count at the kick out.
And really that puts him at square one.
This is just basically a big reset of the match. Both are trying to get back on their feet.
Oh!
And a kick.
Hit Chico! He's going up for that LeGrande finale. Got it!
Then he rolls it back over. Chico's not seeing this.
2, 3, are you kidding me? Come on, Chico's taking bigger kicks in the head than that.
Boyce LeGrande showing a lot of frustration, and
you know, Boyce and Chico have history back when Chico was wrestling. I mean, gotta call Chico and
big boot! Rocks Boyce LeGrande. He picks him up in a fireman's carry.
There's the Illuminator!
And he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Dark Fox Illuminate wins with the Illuminator and picks up a win over Boyce LeGrande.
4 legs stolen. Illuminate
still giving him a standing ovation.
He's a ring announcer. He needs to sit his butt down and not be standing and clapping no matter who wins.
He can show appreciation to anybody he'd like, Doc.
No, he's an employee. He's not employed to do that. I'm employed to give my opinion. You're employed to give your uninformed opinion. He needs to sit down. Illuminate got the win. Clapping hands with One-Eyed Willie in the food stamp crowd.
Boyce LeGrande not starting his year off right here in PCW. Starts it off with a loss, but maybe he can pick it back up later in the Last Man Standing Rumble.
A lot of opportunities later coming up on another episode of PCW Limelight. You will want to make sure you hit that notification bell. Smash the like button and subscribe to PCW here on YouTube. You can also find us on Rumble. We're on Facebook. We've got our own website, PCWNorCal.com.
And hey, if you ever wanted to try to get in the ring or want to train under one of the best coaches in Northern California, the West Coast has to offer, go to PCWNorCal.com and sign up with PrimeTime University, and you could be in there beating up on Boyce LeGrande.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that's all the time we've got for this week. Dr. Heywood from Bupching telling you to take it easy, and if it's easy, hey, you take it twice.
Saturday night, March 9th in Red Bluff, California. PCW takes over the Tehama County Fairgrounds for Road to Extreme. Get ready for a heart-stopping, bone-crunching, adrenaline-fueled night full of wrestling. This is the final stop before the biggest event of the year, Road to Extreme 25. Go to PCWNorCal.com to get your tickets now before they sell out.
I'm Zack PrimeTime Reeb. You know what time it is, and you're watching PCW Limelight. Like, subscribe, and share.